So Greg Stump, how long have you been skiing?
Let's see. I think I'm years old now, so that would make it a solid 40 years.
So you were a skier first, and then you decided to get into filmmaking somewhere along the line?
I was a child prodigy skier. I was the U.S. national champion in 1998, and I was the first FIS North American champion in 1979. And I've been competing. I started competing when I was 9 years old. So by 18, I started skiing for Dick Barrymore, and then Warren Miller, and then went to college for a few years, and dropped out to make a ski movie.
So besides making a movie with all the new digital technology, did you decide to go HD video, or did you go 35mm film, or you go 16? How do you end up shooting it?
These days? Well, with this film, I'm using archival footage, so a lot of it was shot on 16mm. I have a lot of Super 8 stuff actually that I shot when I was a kid, but the interviews are all HD and everything. And that's by just watching this Art of Flight movie. I mean, boy, the technology is so fantastic. It's it's really exciting to see the kids, using their imaginations and technology, and obviously their parents' trust funds that they gave them to achieve these goals.
Yeah, but your goal, this is for a theatrical release in the movie theaters, right?
In theaters. We've got a distributor out of Hollywood now, and it's going into about 150 markets around the world, and we'll see if it gets traction, as they say these days.
That's a big deal for ski films, because normally you don't get theatrical release like that for a ski movie, but this one sounded kind of unique, right?
Yeah, it's not really a ski movie. It's sort of a rockumentary. I call it a true fable.
Okay.
So
That's good. Right. And who are some of the skiers who we might know? I mean, there must be tons of guys in there that we've heard of before, right?
Well, yes, Warren Miller's in it, John Jay, Otto Lang, Dick Barrymore, Klaus Obermeyer, Kim Reichhelm, Scott Schmidt, Glenn Plake, Mike Hancock.
Just a who's who of...
it's of the sort of old school...
Old school skiing, but you shot some new footage too?
Yes, there's a lot of new footage, and it's kind of got a moral lesson to it, actually. I question the ethics and wisdom of this whole extreme thing that I accidentally started. Whether jumping off a cliff and risking your life is actually worth it. And I don't weigh in on the answer, but I pose the question.
And do you go as far as the guys that put the parachute on and ski down and then jump off with the parachutes on and stuff?
No, but I have an interview with Steve Winter, who was filming Shane McConkey when he perished, when his parachute didn't open properly, and it's a very emotional interview. And so the movie's got a lot of moral, not answers but questions as to whether this whole extreme thing and I'm watching Art of Flight right now, which looks like a fantastic movie, but at the same time they're out there risking their lives, and is it worth it?
Yeah, similar stuff is happening in the surfing world with the big waves and stuff. They're going for the bigger waves, way out on the reef, but nobody's there to help them and stuff.
Eddie would go. Eddie would go.
Eddie would go.
Eddie went.
In Hawaii, he would go, but some of the stuff they're doing now,
When Trevor Peterson died in Whistler, they made a sticker that Eddie would do it, right? They said Trevor would do it. I'm like, well, he did it. He left 3 kids fatherless, and I'm not sure it's worth it.